Far from the bustling cities, nestled in the soothing shade of a forest, lay a small but beautiful village. In one such serene house of the village, Vaishnavi, a mother of 3 young children, lived with her family. Every morning, her husband would go to work, leaving her with the kids. Vaishnavi loved spending time with her little ones, for they were well behaved and witty. She could listen to them all day and never grew bored. One afternoon, Vaishnavi sat by the porch, her 3 kids waiting patiently for her to tell a tale. And so she began. There once lived a farmer. Every day, he'd go to his farm, take care of his crops, irrigating and harvesting timely. But once it so happened that all his crops failed. Disappointed, he began to plow his field again. That's when he noticed that while his crops failed, the weeds were still flourishing. Vaishnavi smiled at her kids and asked, "So boys, what do you make of the story?" The oldest one was the quickest to answer. It shows that every task comes with its own set of problems. You can't get good crops every time. Sometimes the weeds win. But that doesn't mean you stop trying. Vaishnavi nodded. Indeed. Do you think the same, Keshav? She asked, turning to the middle one. While my brother made a good point, I see the story a little differently. To me, it shows that while the crops were nurtured with care, they still couldn't grow, while the weeds which were left untended managed to grow better than the crops. It shows that external factors are not the key to our success. Hence, we shouldn't blame the situation and believe in ourselves. Vaishnavi patted the young boy and then looked to her youngest child for an answer. But before he could speak, it started raining. Vaishnavi got up to close the doors and windows, and so the conversation ended. But Vaishnavi was still curious. She wanted to know his answer. So, later in the evening, she called Rama, her youngest child, and asked what he thought. Rama replied, "Your story tells a lot about life itself, mother. Just like the farmer, we experience many emotions: joy, disappointment, hope, and struggle. And it is these emotions that make life meaningful. If everything always went right, life would feel monotonous, leaving us with little to remember. We often think of our problems as something bad, like the weeds. But even they have their own importance. They make us think, feel, and come out stronger. The best of memories form during the toughest of times. Even the story you told us became a story because something went wrong in it. Good and bad times are like 2 sides of a coin. Life becomes lacking without either. To enjoy life to the fullest, one must embrace both." Satisfied by the answer, Vaishnavi smiled to herself. "Mother," called Rama. "Yes, Rama?" "I am glad you told us the story. Vaishnavi hugged her child. I'm glad you understood it.